Okay, and now we have the last video of Onshape Day 2. We're going to skip the tic-tac-toe board and go straight to the chess piece because I want to show you the Revolve tool. The easiest way to explain the Revolve tool is that it's similar to these party things, these party favors, because when you buy them, they are flat like this. And then you slowly revolve them around and it becomes a 3D figure. So that's what we're going to be doing. I have already started a new Onshape document and I have a few things I'm going to get rid of. So what I want you to see is I'm going to do something that I want you to just watch. So let's say, whoops, I did extrude. I didn't mean to do that. Let me start a new sketch. And for once, I'll choose the front plane. Hold on 1 second. Front. Okay. So if I were to draw this figure, and revolve it, it's going to be similar to a UFO, but it won't have arcs here. Well, let's say we want arcs here. Let's put arcs here instead of the line. So I'm going to go from there to there and just make it really small like it was. And then from here to here, and extrude that small too. And then I'm going to trim away these lines. Okay, so let me show you what Revolve does. And then we're going to make a chess piece. So I'm going to click yes here. The Revolve tool is right next to extrude. And this one's a little, you gotta click around a little more. But the first thing it wants to know is what face do you want to revolve? And so we're going to click the inside of our shape. Then you have to come over here and click inside where it says revolve axis. So you have to click this box and then click an axis, which is going to be this line. And you can see it's kind of like a flying saucer. But hopefully that gives you some sense of what it does. So basically what we have to draw is half of the cross section of the shape we're looking for. So let me click OK on that. I'll go back to the front. I'm going to hide this part. I'm going to show the sketch and open the sketch back up. Okay, so make this with me because this is the piece you're going to have to turn in. So think of a chess pawn. And we can just make a really boxy one. So you should make a picture something like this. So we're going to come down here. We'll go in a little bit and then straight down. And then we'll make a little platform for it. And then we go back to the beginning. Okay, so that's going to look like a pawn. It's not going to be a curved one, so it won't be beautiful. But it's easier when you're learning Revolve. It's actually easier to just start with the line tool and square edges. So I'm going to finish the sketch. I'm going to come back to the Revolve tool. I'm going to first click the inner face because that's what it's waiting for. Now I have to click where it says Revolve Axis before I click my actual axis. And you can see that kind of looks like a pawn. So yeah, I want you to make something like that. If you decide that you want it more rounder, you can go ahead and combine the arc tool more than I did. In fact, if I open sketch 1 again, maybe what I want to do is take the arc tool and make a little arc here. And then I can trim this tool instead. And maybe I want this part to be arced, so I can go to my arc here, click these two ends, keep that nice shallow curve, trim away the original line, and it's actually going to remember that it's a rotation. So when I click the the check mark, you can see it makes those adjustments. So it's a pretty cool tool. Practice with it. Actually, one more thing, another fun thing to make with it is an ice cream cone. Because I can make a circle, and then I could just make two, so I can make it look like an ice cream cone, but then I got to cut it in half, because when you revolve, you only want half of the cross section. So this would be the cross section. Now I'm going to put this down through the middle and trim away the stuff I don't want, because you can't have all those intersecting lines. So first I'm going to click these on the outside, then get rid of that piece. So it's one face. I stop the sketch. I go back to Revolve. I click the face. I click inside this box. And I click that, and I get an ice cream cone. So yeah, it's a pretty cool tool. I want you to make the pawn, or your version of a pawn. It's fine if it's more squished, too tall, too short, too fat. It doesn't matter, but just have something that resembles a pawn enough. And then you can go ahead and make sure you have a nice 3D view. Come to the snip tool, snip a picture, go back to that OneNote page, and paste underneath there. So the Onshape Day 2 should have 3 things in it. Our experiment with fillet and camphor, our nameplate, and whatever version of a pawn you get. So good luck with that. Remember that you can keep pausing and rewinding the video to help you get those complete. And I will see you next week.